It didn't work. But the idea is still alive. I don't know what it's gonna take. Hey guys, my name is George. Welcome to my channel. So I've been taking apart my tail housing of my transmission on this truck because there was a leak that was kind of bizarre. I didn't think it was possible to have this leak, but you always learn something new. And it's related to the slip yoke. It's got a pinhole in there that is apparently a vent, and on some models there's supposed to be a cup inside the transmission tail housing with an O-ring that is supposed to prevent leakage. However, my transmission doesn't even have that. So I don't really know if the hole is supposed to be there. Perhaps the yoke or the drive shaft is not original to the truck, or perhaps the transmission is. I have no clue. But what I do know is that that hole needs to be plugged, and in order to vent this space for when the shaft might be moving back and forth a little bit, there are other means of doing that than this stupid cup that I don't have. So the first order of the day is I gotta get that yoke off the drive shaft. I run into a problem with that. I don't have a hydraulic press. I don't have a big enough vise to press that out. So I was thinking about this. How am I gonna do this? I figured, well, this isn't the first time I run into this kind of problem. I could really use a little hydraulic press, and they're expensive, but I got so much junk kicking around the property that isn't being used, and I'm gonna try and make one. So what would you think you need to make an hydraulic press? Well, let me show you what I got, and you could leave me a comment. Stop the video, leave me a comment.
No.
Okay, here's what I got. The big 4x4 random length. That used to be somebody's fence post, I guess. I got two old 2x4s. I got a 2x8 here. And I got this metal plate. So you're probably thinking, like, how is this going to work? There's nothing hydraulic to this yet. And you'd be right. But let me show you. The hydraulic part of my hydraulic press is going to be this bottle jack. So to make a hydraulic press that is good for a variety of different uses, it has to be adjustable. There are parts of different size that I'd like to use it for, and I show you two of them. And as for the width of the platform, I'd like to have it as big as possible, but because of the materials I'm using, it cannot be huge. It's going to be a small one. But let me show you what I have here and what I'm thinking I could use it for. First, I have this drive shaft, the U-joint in there, and the yoke that I'd like to get off. You can probably see the pinhole in there a lot better now, but in order to plug this properly or replace this entire yoke, I have to get it off. I have to press these bearing cups out of there. Now the other thing, totally different shape, this tail end housing of my transmission. I removed the seal. I also have a bushing in there that I'd like to replace. So in order to do all this without doing any damage to the housing or the parts that I'm going to install there, it'd be nice if my hydraulic press would be able to accommodate this too. So we got about a foot there, and this is a lot smaller, about 4 inches. So this jack is, without the extension, about 7 inches. It's somewhat adjustable due to this. I can bring this out quite a bit. Well, let's measure. Yeah, this adds about 3 inches to it right there, so should have about 10. So say I need about 2 feet between the stops. That'll give me enough leeway to handle parts that are about a foot in height, and I will try to make it the platform as big as I can with the metal piece that I have. So that's the limit of it there. In order to make this 2 feet, I'll have to add 7 inches for the height of the wood pieces that I'm gonna use. If you don't follow me, don't worry, you'll get it in a minute. Okay, make a short story even shorter. We got 4 pieces that are equally long, 32 inches. Those are going to be my uprights. Now I have the challenge of drilling holes in there and equally spaced. And I might actually drag the drill press up from the basement to do that, because it'll be faster. The problem I have is that my drill bit, my holes, all need to be about 1/2 inch in diameter, even a little bit more, unless I find a different means of holding the upper piece. So let's have a look what is available. Well, my first choice would have been these extensions. I could just push them in, they're long enough, but I would actually have holes that are more than 1/2 inch. See the size of this? I mean, it's 1/2 inch square. As you probably understand, I will never use both extensions and the hydraulic press at the same time. So I have these 2 long extensions, and when I need to press something, I'll just stick them in there. That's the idea. As it turns out, I do have a 1/2 inch drill bit, so that's what I'm going to use. So I don't think I'll need any holes that are lower than 16 inches from the end of these 2x4s, because there will be about 4 inches that have nothing, and then about 1 foot for the jack, and then we're gonna have holes every 4 inches to make it adjustable. I still don't know if you're getting me, but I'm hoping you'll stay with me, because it's gonna reveal itself. It's kind of grown in my own head, you know, and so I'm just building this from, you know, a vision. Ooh. Oh no! So unfortunately, the biggest hole that I can make is 1/2 inch, and these things here, they are 1/2 inch drive, but they don't fit in there. So unless I want to do this all manually with the rasp, I'm gonna put these aside for now. I might still use them once I get a bigger drill bit, or I'm just gonna get some rods that fit in there really well. But for now, in order to just build this thing, I found a rod that is, I don't even know what this is. It's junk. That's good for it. And then the other side, well, I got this kickstand here that I can cut off, and that's close enough. See, it's 2 sides, 2 sticks there to put in, on one on each side. I don't know if you follow me, but you'll see. So I have to sacrifice a kickstand that I found in the back alley once with the broken frame that nobody's gonna use. Thirteen's a lucky number, right? So Like, I'm gonna make the width of this press 13 inches, and the plate there is only about 10.5, but it'll give it enough strength, I think, to make it really good for a press. I'm gonna put 1/2-inch holes in there, and then it's gonna start coming together, guys. Big time. So this is 10 3/4. 10 3/4 divided by 2 is definitely 5 3/8. It's got to fit about there, and 5 3/8 is there. So that'll be just about good enough. This will be perfect. I want to think that by now you probably know where I'm going with this. This is solid, guys. This is gonna be the top of my press.
Yeah.
Not the most precise cut, but it doesn't matter here. So I gotta have 3.5 inches. I got 4 inches here, 4 inches there, and that'll be for the 2x4s. They're gonna go up. There's gonna be 2 on each side, and then in between those 2x4s there's gonna be, well, this one at the bottom, and the big one there with the 2x8s screwed together. It's going to be on the top. My hydraulic jack can go between that, and then I have something that I can adjust the height, and I can pump the hydraulic jack to press anything I want, really. Stay tuned, we'll see if this actually works. Basically, the frame of our hydraulic press is ready, but in order to make it stronger and better, I'm gonna put a little bit bigger lag bolts in there so it doesn't rip apart. So guys, I don't want to brag before I actually show that what I built here works, and you're going to witness this at the same time as I am. I haven't tried it. This is probably the ugliest hydraulic press that you've ever seen, but it was entirely built from junk. I didn't have to go get anything. I even found these pins that I can use. Here's the big moment. We're going to press out this yoke. Now it works, see? Dung-a-dung-a-dung. Okay, so this failed, but it's not all that's lost. We can rebuild this with a better piece of wood. Look, I got another one of these. It's just gonna be for another day. So now I'm wondering, why didn't I use the 4x4 right off the bat? It's easy to put this in place, and yeah. You tell me, is it gonna work with the 4x4? Or am I just dreaming? I know you thought I was done for tonight, and I said so, and yeah, I thought so too. But check this. Who's laughing now? Ha ha ha. It's gotta come out more. It's not all the way yet.
Oh no!
So guys, this operation was a success after all. See, the reason for doing all this is this little pinhole. I gotta stuff it with something. Now, if I had a big vise or something, then I wouldn't need this contraption that I built. And right now, the way it is, it's not working that well, but I think I'm onto something here. Let me show you. See, the distance between these two is 4 inches. So all I have to do is put a 4x4 right in between there. I don't even have to make a hole or anything, and this will work. So this is my drive shaft universal joint. This is still good. These two bearings here, I'm probably gonna clean them up a bit, re-grease them. So it turned out good in the end. My contraption here, we call it the guillotine. Isn't that what it looks like? Like a guillotine? See?
Huh? Yeah! Wow! Oh no!